Being nonchalant is a killer of society, and it's also a plague. The reason a lot of us are nonchalant is because we're scared of being judged. We don't want to be perceived by the people around us in a bad way. We are animals at the end of the day, and being different can lead you to be ostracized by the group, thus shunned. I feel like we carry that today. There's a sense of fear when we talk about our personal lives or do something that can be considered corny. What's funny is that when we were kids, we don't have this fear. We're not bound by society's rules. We do what we want, when we want, and how we want to. The only people that can tell us otherwise are our mom and dad. But as we grow up and we want different things, we want friends, romantic partners, etc., all very, very valid things. But that, coupled with other factors, makes us more reserved. This is not what I am against, in fact. People that are reserved, quiet, I'm not against that. What this video is about is people that are purposefully nonchalant. If you're quiet or reserved, that's your nature. I know this might be surprising to some of you, but there are some people that don't express themselves or quote unquote show their true colors because they think it's weird or corny, only allowing their closest friends or family to see it. That's what I'm very distraught about, because society needs corny people. They need them more than nonchalant people. Funny people bring color to the world. They bring joy, they light up rooms, they laugh, they enhance conversations. It genuinely helps when you're not limited to trying to please others. A big reason I made this video actually is because I'm starting to see traits of that in myself. And I feel like that is something that many people can relate to. Maybe you refrain from telling your friend something because it's not popular. Or maybe you didn't do that thing you wanted to do because you were scared. Scared that people will find out. This is a universal feeling. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of constantly having to tone myself down. I'm not saying going around and being a nuisance is a good thing. But if I have to hang around people and they don't enjoy the real me, then why would I hang around them? And I know I'm not saying anything groundbreaking here, but the cornier the person, the happier they are. I've always had this thought that the more you know about the world, the sadder you'll become. However, I think the sadness is justified. You see so much heartbreak, so much injustice, so much misery, that the sadness that I feel is a sadness of compassion. To this notion, it feels like the red pill and blue pill from the Matrix, You could continue living that fantasy, or you could live in the real world, a world that might be worse. You can seek truth or seek lies that keep you comfortable, or the infinite Tsukuyomi from Naruto. You see, both are kind of in that live the dream but it's fake, or be in reality but it sucks thing. And in those scenarios, I am always picking reality. It doesn't matter what the reality is because I can't live a lie. I feel like the reason is because I'm constantly skeptical. I am a skeptical person. I'm skeptical of everything around me, even stuff I was born with. Just because I've known something my whole life doesn't mean I won't question it. A lot of people are born into things and they just take it as fact. I don't like thinking like that because it feels very one-dimensional. The reason I bring this up is because I see people that are nonchalant in that way. they are living a lie. They're not living as themselves. You're living as a husk of masks that you've chosen to make people like you. And by the way, this is a normal thing. You know, when you just meet someone, I'm not telling you to pour out all your guts to them, but if you have to be so vastly different, is it even worth it at that point? Because eventually the mask will fall and they will see the real you. And if they like you, cool. But if they don't, you just wasted your time faking yourself for someone that doesn't care about you. If you were you from the start, none of this would have happened. You would have known if they liked you or not. Why are you trying to appease others? Why don't you want to chase your dreams? Why do you hide everything about yourself? Why do you respect public opinion that much? Why are you nonchalant? What bothers me is that a lot of people genuinely live this way. You know, it's disheartening to think about that so many have been lost because they were scared. So much art. That song you were listening to, it might not have existed, or that movie, that wouldn't have existed. This channel would not exist. A lot of what you are seeing shouldn't exist. And I know that I'm saying that to nobody here. You can just look below the video and see the views, but I have lived my whole life scared, frightened of things that could happen, might not happen. And a part of me is tired of that. I'm tired of always seeking happiness in others when I don't have that happiness in myself. That's something I feel many people struggle with. I still struggle with it, but each human is so uniquely infinite, and yet we all can blend together. It's funny how, despite all of our individuality, we can be pounded into mush. It's also cultural too. This is less about being nonchalant and more about, stamping any bit of uniqueness out of a person, but we tend to look down on people that want to express themselves differently. And a way I've experienced this is with my hair. In my culture, doing things with your hair is incredibly frowned upon, despite us having beautiful hair. It's because it was survival. People that had more unique hairstyles were demonized. They were bad kids. They were not like us in that sense. They were people that you should be wary of. This is due to colonialism, trying to make 4C hair as white as possible. But having short hair, or basically being bald, was a survival mechanism in that time, where it was frowned upon to be different. And those things passed down, despite them not being needed anymore. Despite them being battle scars, we are still affected by it. The people that were affected by it internalized it. And by the way, this isn't a political video. I don't think I'll really be touching on politics on my channel, but politics is inevitable. And it's funny how we are still those animals from thousands of years ago. The tribe of hunters and gatherers that needed each other to survive, we call them cavemen now, Those traits never left us. It's easy to forget that we are animals, just the smart ones, the self-aware ones, biologically at least. We need each other to survive. We need each other to feel alive. We literally fall sick when we are lonely. It makes sense that we want to appease each other so much. It makes sense that we want to conform. But we need to move on and progress with each generation. Self-expression becomes more and more prevalent, and I don't think that trend will stop with Gen Z. Gen Z will not be as conformative as the millennials, and the millennials were not as conformative as Gen X, and so on and so on. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. But one positive side effect I hope will come out of this is being nonchalant will be more frowned upon. Okay, I touched on this a bit earlier in the video, but there's this perceived notion that being nonchalant will help you in dating. I already said how I think that's counterintuitive, but another thing is, why on earth would girls like someone that's trying not to care? Think about that for a second. You are trying not to care. It's either you care or you don't care. If you're trying not to care, you care. Do you really think you're gonna pull reasonable girls by playing these games? Saying just be yourself is incredibly corny, but it's the truth. If you get rejected because they don't like you for you, that's fine. But the ones that won't reject you will be so much better than the ones that accepted you because of the perceived way you acted. Also, keep in mind, this video is not gender exclusive, it's for both men and women. But now that I've touched on, more global perspectives, dating, let's localize a bit, at least for me. I want to talk about the Black community for a short little bit. Being nonchalant is very romanticized in the Black community, and it's to our detriment. You've heard of it, the nonchalant dreadhead, things of that nature. This is one of the most dangerous things that we don't often talk about in the Black community space. Constantly wanting our young men to hide their emotions, to not feel. Why are you crying? The joke wasn't that funny, It's especially prevalent in males. Someone that's more emotional or someone that's considered whitewashed is not tough. Even that statement, whitewashed, exclusionary, it's incredibly anti-Black, and I don't think it's recognized enough. Perhaps I'll make another video on this because I don't think I can do it justice in just this, quick paragraph at the end of my video, but I had to say something about it. But why do you guys think Black men are romanticized or pushed into being emotional, and emotionless is a better way to phrase it? I'm genuinely asking you guys this question because the answers could be so many, and all of them are bad. We are an artistic people. Everybody on earth is. We all are an artistic people, but our soul is being villainized and ostracized. That's just my 2 cents I want to drop into the bucket. But it does fit the theme that I'm trying to convey in this video, and I hope I can further illustrate that. Also, to whoever got this far into the video, thank you. And please be yourself. Don't do it for me, do it for you. I don't exist at all. Thank you for watching the video. Join the Discord server. I've made a commitment to post 1 video every week, so if in the future, maybe I'll post 2 videos a week on a good week, and 3 videos if I'm feeling like a beast. This week was just a lot, so only 1. Technically it's whatever. Rest easy. I don't want to keep this end too long, so I love you, say back, and stay chalant for me.